when we started reading the lyrics for Controlled Burn, I decided to take it a step further and overanalyze. People were saying that the reason why we have controlled burns is to kind of like set a disaster, make sure in the future, like a fire or something doesn't get out of control, that we had a guaranteed ticket to suffering if we were ever going to be something amazing and successful in our lives. So I put that question to the wisest woman that I know on the Facebook group of the Women's Chorus of Dallas. So that kind of inspired us to give a little bit of our deep insights on Controlled Burn. Different parts of the song have really gotten to me over time. Actually, I'm going to start with the very beginning lyrics. We're born with a fuse and time to ignite. Originally, I was focusing on the idea of a controlled burn and, you know, suffering. But what really zoomed into me as we started polishing up and finishing the song is that we have like this entire period where we're developing and we're learning about the world around us, and then something just happens at some point in our lives where we want to rebel against everything. We want to take everything apart. We feel this most intense emotion when we're in our formative years. It's pretty nifty and magnificent that it was kind of all planned out beforehand. This moment of developmental phase or whatever, and then all of a sudden, like, you just explode with this passion and this fire that is going to completely change the course of your life. For me, it was just teenage rebellion, which carried on into my adult years. I feel like I'm still on fire, and that's what I love the most about this song.
About your teenage years and the change you go through as you enter into and come out of your teenage years, but I do think that anyone who learns the song can certainly agree that they can see that it relates to any kind of change or big milestone or, you know, unexpected life event that we might go through and go through a period of adjustment and then recovery. So it certainly touches my heart, and I think a lot of the hearts of the women in the Women's Chorus of Dallas.
So we've been talking about the song Controlled Burn. We've been prompted to pick a lyric, and I'm fascinated by two overarching themes, I think. One is that, you know, we start with such passion, fire in our young years, and we go through life and we have that fire, and then things calm down a little bit, and then we have that fire again. And the lyric that does stick in my mind the most has to do with turning and looking back along the line of our younger selves and how many strangers we might see there. I'm struck again when I think of that, when I think of the younger iterations of myself, all of those controlled burns, so to speak, all of those burns and passions and the resolutions of those, and how they bring us to this more controlled, paced, satisfying experience.
The lyric that really stands out to me in a profound way is, if you could stand your younger selves behind you, then turn and walk the line. How many strangers might surprise you, too changed by time to recognize? I take this two different ways. One way is turning around and looking at your younger self, whether it be at 13, at 10, at 15, knowing that that younger self is going to look back at you and go, who's that? Who are you? And thus you're a stranger even to your younger self. But also in the fact that as we grow and relationships change, there will be people in our lives that we knew really well when we were younger that now, because of time and separation and the things that continue to march on, those people have become strangers to us. Someone who was your best friend in elementary school may not be your best friend in college. Those are the two different ways that I've certainly internalized this particular section of the lyrics. If you want to hear the entire song, join us at our concert, Voices of Women No. 5, on March 7th. Concert starts at 7:30 p.m. and we will be at Moody Performance Hall. Other groups that will be joining us are TWU's concert choir and UNT's women's choir, as well as some Dallas ISD women's choirs as well. So please join us. We'd love to have you. Tickets can be purchased at twcd.org.